What's up, everybody? Let me ask y'all this. How much do y'all know about climate change? Well, if you don't know about it, you should look it up and figure out what it is and get some knowledge about it and everything because it's very important to us. And you're probably wondering, why am I talking about that? Well, if you don't know, last week Trump announced that he was going to decide whether or not that the U.S. would withdraw from the Paris Agreement on climate change. And knowing him, he's going to say, we're out of this. Now, you're probably wondering, what is the Paris Agreement? So basically, it's a deal between 195 countries to gradually reduce emissions that cause climate change in order to prevent a major increase in the global temperatures that could raise sea levels, spark major droughts, and lead to more dangerous storms. Now, this agreement was negotiated in 2015, and it took effect in November of 2016, so last year. Now, the United Nations Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, they concluded that emissions caused were extremely likely to be dominant and the cause of the observed warming since the mid 20th century with more than a 95% confidence. Now, what does the U.S. have to do with this? Well, this agreement calls on all the countries to make voluntary national pledges to reduce emissions and provide periodic updates on their progress. Former President Barack Obama, he committed to America of lowering the emissions by 28 to 26, I believe, by below 2008 or something by 2025. So that's a good thing. He cares about our economy, he cares about our climate and everything along the way. Now, you probably wonder, why does Trump want out of this? Well, he doesn't believe in climate change. He calls it a hoax in his campaign speech. So if you ever heard, his campaign speeches, he talks about how climate change isn't a real thing. He blames China for it. But then later on, he's like, you know what, I was just kidding, blah, 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 that kind of thing. And he's skeptic on international agreements and institutions in general, and which often, he complains about how America is down with obliterations. That's because of you. That's why. That's because of you, and you making it worse for us. And he isn't a fan of the regulators and spending that time with previous administration to propose to meet its goals, which he warns, talking about like reducing economic growth. And then Trump was like, I was elected to represent not the citizens of Pittsburgh. To represent the citizens of Pittsburgh, but not Paris. And you're just wondering, what the hell is wrong with you? But here's the thing, Trump. You actually lost Pittsburgh to Hillary Clinton in an election, and I still believe you shouldn't have been president. But, yeah, you lost Pittsburgh to Hillary, so shut your mouth. And because that Trump announced this, French President Emmanuel Macron, I said it right that time, so that's a good thing. He said, he sent out a video offering refuge to American climate scientists to see, if you want to come over here, we will gladly home you and everything else along the way. And he posted this on Twitter. He posted it on social media and everything along the way. So check out this small clip and everything along the way.
France will not give up the fight. I reaffirm clearly that the Paris Agreement remains irreversible and will be implemented, not just by France, but by all the other nations. Because wherever we live, whoever we are, we all share the same responsibility. Make our planet great again.
So after watching that, you just got to say thank you, France, for doing that for us, letting us stay over there, even though we are dealing with an idiotic president and everything along the way. And I can't, I tried the benefit of my doubt, but he keeps making it worse and worse every day. But we're gonna continue on. We're gonna go over somewhere else. We're gonna go to London, and with the whole London Bridge attack, if you don't know about this, this was devastating because a few weeks ago they had dealing with Manchester at an Ariana Grande concert, and a lot of people were killed at that concert due to a bombing. But at the London Bridge, more than 48 people were hurt and 7 people died. Now this took place just after 10 p.m. The vehicle driven by the attacker started striking pedestrians on London Bridge all the way to Borough Market, and afterwards the assholes, they decided to get out of the car and they started to go to restaurants and started stabbing people and slashing people. Now some people, they defended themselves with broken bottles and anything else they can use. So kudos to you guys for doing that, and for those who are out there saving others as well. Now there were reports of a British transport police officer who went out there to fight off the 3 attackers with his baton. So it was one officer, and with this, he actually received stab wounds to his face, his head, his leg, and he's still in the hospital right now. So he's still recovering and everything along the way. I'm proud of that police officer for standing up for what they for defending his town and everything along the way. And the attackers, they continued on attacking until more officers showed up and they shot the attackers dead. Now, apparently there was talk about the attackers wearing bombs with, not bombs. They were talking about suicide belts with bombs on them, and apparently those were fake. So they just want to go around messing with people and everything along the way. They still, still slashing and hurting people, but those bombs were fake. And when this happened, the following day, at least 12 people were arrested, and several more were arrested on Monday morning, and they have actually identified the attackers. So I'm proud that they have identified these attackers, and it's just a good thing. Now, my thoughts and prayers go out to you guys. You guys are dealing with a lot, and I want to cry again. Damn it. But you guys, if you ever need anything, just let us know, and we got you guys. And same goes for anybody else. If you guys need help, just let us know. Let me know. I see you my condolences. I see you my prayers. I see you my thoughts. Anything to help you out along the way. Now, in response to this attack, the mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, he went on saying that there is no need to be alarmed dealing with all this, or that's at least what Trump said out of context. Now, after hearing this, Trump went on Twitter saying that if the people needed help, the U.S. is there for you, and blah, 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 blah. And people are mad at him because he made this whole traveling ban, and I'll get to that later on. But, that's what Khan really said. He told people not to be alarmed and everything else along the way. And in response to Trump's tweet, a representative of Khan said that, that the mayor has more important things to do rather than reading Trump's idiotic text and, dealing with his nonsense and everything else along the way. And Trump responded with an idiotic tweet saying like, oh, you guys don't need our help, blah, 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 that kind of thing. Okay, again, I just gotta ask, what the fuck is wrong with you? You think you know everything, but you don't, okay? And that's nonsense. So please impeach, because we don't need you anymore, because you're just making it worse. And with this whole travel ban that you're working on, telling people that they can't go overseas to certain places because of this, and, you offer people, help and everything along the way, you don't know where you're going. And so, continuing on with that, you also have the Manchester concert. Ariana Grande at the concert, she had to deal with the bombing and everything along the way. And so she came up with this One Love concert. And at this concert, so many people came out there. You had Katy Perry, you had Mac Miller, you had Ariana Grande, you had Lady Gaga, and so much more. And you had them raising money, and they raised up to $3 million. And that is such a blessing to see and everything else along the way, because that money went to all the families that were killed at the concert. And, I just want to know everybody's opinions on all this, talking about the Paris Agreement, talking about the London Bridge attack, One Love Manchester, so much more. I will also add, there is a part at the One Love Manchester where you see police officers and all these other people coming together, and, they're coming in harmony, they're dancing. So check out this little small clip and whatnot. And after watching that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, a wonderful summer. So, peace out.